Welcome back. Right, before I start, and I remembered, Red Dead Revolver on PS2. Possibly the best game in the world. Well, right next to Red Dead Redemption 2. Anyway, got all excited. Got some electrolytic capacitors. I thought, well, I can stick them on the board now. This is the end. Putting these on at the end. So I started putting the first one on. I got very unexcited. I remembered something. Video output. The resistor pack. Ain't got one. Dang it. So I've got on the floor down here me 500. I might rob off of Peter to give to Paul, so to speak, for now, until I can find out where I can get one of them from. Other thing is 68,000. Yeah, I've salvaged it off the other board. I've given up. I wasn't going to get the turned pins, the 360s, because I can't stand the bloody things. I hate them. I only like the doubles. The singles are crap. The doubles are brilliant. The 360s or turned pins, crap. I hate them. Don't like putting chips in. So, oh, the other thing. If you're one who's watched the Commodore Golden 64 build, and I said I wish I had the axle capacitors which were black and gold, and I've seen them somewhere before. Yeah. Not axial, but these are the electrolytic ones, black and gold. So I'm wondering if that's where I've seen them in my box. Anyway, right. So where we're at is everything's done, apart from I need that resistor array, and two of the resistor arrays I took off. Yeah. If you notice, there's 2 pins are missing. Yeah, still stuck on the board. Didn't want to come out. So yeah, so I need to replace them. But they're easy to replace. It's the video pack, which is a bugger. And the other thing, where Agnes is here, there's a C99 here. Well, obviously it's a capacitor. But on the BOM, bill of materials, it's not listed on there. So yeah, I'll have to contact the guy and say, you put this on the board, what's it for? What goes there? Obviously a capacitor, but what more? So, right, electrolytic, this end's a negative, it's always got a stripe on the end. And also, before you cut them, the longest pin is positive. So on the board, you see here, white, and down here is a square one, just a little gold square, but the white band means negative. Like that. These just sit flush on the board, so you want these down as far as possible. So the way to do this is, I've bent the legs because I don't like bending legs, as you know. I've been sucking in too much solder. Oh, let's put the iron on first. It should be hot enough by now. Yeah, it is. So once it's on, I've tagged one leg, just reheat it again, push the whole thing up. Then we do the other leg. And do the same thing with that. Pair cutters, the way I do it, so they're all cut the same length, just put on a little 45 and cut, and then they all should be the same height. Don't bend them, because obviously when you're trying to desolder something which is bent, it's unlikely. There you go, nice and solid and flush on the board, the way they should be. Yeah, until we get to the little ones. I think there's another one, isn't there? I think it's that one, isn't it? Let's see, right, electrolytic, 1000 farads, 402, 45, done. There you go, that's them 3. Now, yeah, I'll get all these other capacitors on, and then we'll have to bring out the 500 and see if we can borrow off of it for that, on that. That's all of it done. Obviously apart from the resistor right there, resistor right there. The 68,000 pin 1's here. It says there pin 1 at the bottom. It's the only chip which is the opposite way. Everything else is that way and that way. So just remember that. The processor is at the bottom pin 1. Let's get some power. Fingers crossed nothing goes bang. Well, there's nothing on there to go bang. Right, yeah, power on. We have power. I know you can't tell me, but actually I could have put the keyboard in, couldn't I? Let's do a bit of a meter reading. Can you see that? Probably not. There you can. Right, and so I need to test the 12 volt, which, yeah, 11.5, but I'll take that. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we've got 12 volts in here now, and we've got 5 volts. So the memory is pin, yeah, 5 volts. Yeah. Data path should be pin data path pin 20, which would be this one. 5 volts. Yeah. 5 volts. Did that just fluctuate? No. 5 volts. 5 volts. That's the clock. 5 volts on that one. And then the clock should be pin 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 5 volts. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it seems fine. Yeah. Seems is a magic word. Right, I'm going to go and have a coffee and other stuff and take 10 minutes away, and then I'm going to have to rub off a pizza to give to Paul. I'm just going to have to bite the biscuit, but I still want to know what that capacitor is. C99. Yeah, it doesn't exist, so I don't know what that is. Right, go for a coffee. Just thought I'd show you the new solder socket. This is an SSD2, made in Japan, so you know it's good quality because it's not made in that country beginning with China. If you get one of these, you be careful. First time I fired this off, it shot out my hand. I don't know if I've got a kick. It's quite a piece of kit, this. So, see if we can zoom you in and I'll show you. So we'll just take off this resistor pack here. So you see I've already desoldered some of them. So, solder the solder on, soldering iron on, till it melts. It kicks out in little pellets. We can get it out. Little pellets. You know, I've got a kick on it. It's a flexi tube on the end, so it will sit over the soldering iron as well. That one's not melting. Bit of solder. Let's get that going. There we go. Get a little pellet kicks out. That's it. In. That is all of it. Yeah, that's all of them. That's in, that's in. I still don't know what that is. I've looked and looked and I can't find anything with C99. So I don't know where that's for. I can see it's going up that way. Yeah. But what? Yeah, Agnes. Right, let's move you. Right, for member, I'll put a link in the description from Amazon. 18 quid, but worth it. Yeah. That other one, even when it did work, it was not as good as this. This thing clears it money. I'm impressed with that. Good piece of kit. So now we've done that, it's good practice that when you've been soldering that much on the board, let's give it a good blast of air. I mean, I'm going to clean it anyway with the IPA, but I just want to test it first. I'll say that, I'll put the chips in. And that is why. Tiny little bit of solder. That's why you should always blow the board. That bit of solder was sat in one of those sockets, well, across two of the pins or anything like that, and I switched it on and short it, and I wouldn't know why. I mean, even doing that doesn't guarantee you've cleared them all. Yeah, go put the chips in and power it on. Yeah, bugger. Box of chips in. There's a pack of chips up there as well. Actually, where is that pack of chips? There's a pack of chips here. Oh, that's where it come in. That solder sucker. Come in that. Japanese. Don't worry, it's not made in China. Thank God. It's a proper piece of kit. Right, 68,000. I've got about 4 of them, so I can pick one. Let's bring it down so you can see. Like I said, the little notch here on the 68,000, it's down here. You can't see it, it's under this bit here, but it's down here underneath. It's not up here. Pin 1 is down there. It even says pin 1 there for you. That's the only chip which is upside down. Now we can get it in. That's the side. Right. 1 down, 20 to go. I've got this, and it says 500 plus Agnes on it. But as you can see, it's blankety blank. Yeah. So I'm hoping it's an Agnes for 500 plus. I'm trying to find pin 1 there. Right. If you can't find, obviously this hasn't got anything on it. No dots. Well, it's got those 2 dots there, but it doesn't mean pin 1. Over here you've got a little cut off. Yeah, this is sort of like angled 45, where these are all 90s. And then if you turn it round, you'll see a tiny little arrow. I don't know if you can see it. Let's point to pin 1. And pin 1 on the socket is on the left, on the right, centre. So just make sure you get that right. Seat it in, don't push it in first, just seat it in, and then from the centre, good firm push. And I have better 500 plus Agnes, because the 500 don't work in these, so just remember. Now, I've got the keyboard and mouse ready, but we'll just turn it on first and see what happens. Don't want you to miss the explosion, just in case. Ready? What's the start? Oh, hang. Did you wrong? It's not supposed to be doing that. Green, red. Oh. Don't remember it flashing green and red at the beginning. We're in! We've got a keyboard. Ah, bugger. I knew I should have plugged the keyboard in. Yeah. We're in. So I don't know what C99 does, but not a lot. There's nothing hot. Let's say I plug the keyboard in. That's easier said than done. There it is. Let's get really optimistic and put the mouse in as well. A bit kind of fodder. Yeah. Let's test it all first. Not quite the 500 plus I envisioned, but we're getting there. Looks like a Frankenstein made up of all different bits. Oh. And the keyboard's flashing. The power light. I don't know if that's part. I can't remember this digi-roll. Ooh, graphics is a bit iffy. I don't know if you can see that. The writing's not. You see it? I don't know if it's showing on camera. A bit iffy. The keyboard works. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Right. PLCC extractors. So 2 cutouts, opposite ends. Just drop the 2 pins in, push them down, and then squeeze. Don't pull, just squeeze. And it pops it up itself. Don't squeeze it and then try and yank it out. Just squeeze them together. And if you see, pulls it up. And let's seat it again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You want that then. And the other thing is chip RAM. So I've been testing the RAM. Now, as you see, green screen, flashes 10 times, goes off, comes back on, green screen. RAM. Well, it's not Agnes, so we know. We've checked Gary, done everything else. Now, if I power it off, I've got another bit of RAM. Problem is, it's not the same RAM. So this is off the 500, one of the socketed RAMs, which I know work. But it's different make, so I don't know if it's going to work. But I piggybacked all of them, apart from when I piggyback U22. Piggyback is just sitting on top of the other chip that's there. I could take it out and put that in, but I think it's because it's not the right chip anyway. Oh, it didn't do it that time. Well, I seated that on properly. Try that again. I think it's on. Yeah, there you go. Still doing the flashy, but now I've got a red. Yeah. The red screen means the ROM is naked. Yeah. So you see the problem? I'm chasing myself around the board. Yeah. Problem with the temperature thing, where you feel the chips. You feel the RAM chips. You might get one that's hot. But you might get one stone cold, and it can still be the same problem. So feeling that they're hot. Yeah, if they're hot, that's cool. Gives you an inkling that's the one, what's the problem. But if they're all cold, doesn't mean there's no problem there. Just means it's completely dead. Right, I'll persist until I figure it out. I won't persist all night because I'm going to call it a day in a minute. I've been at this since 6 o'clock this morning. It's now 7:30. 7:30 in the evening. Yeah, not chasing this problem, finishing the board and everything. I've been coming up, doing half an hour, going down for half an hour, come back up for half an hour, and so on. Right. Morning. So got up this morning, with a bit of breakfast, come straight back up into it. Now I've changed the two memory chips. There was two which was a bit iffy, so I've changed them. Put in the digi-ROM and everything was fine. So I took the digi-ROM out, put in a new ROM, and powered it up. And got that. But that glitchy thing's still there. See, graphically, because that new word, it's my word now, I've just made it up. Graphically problem, it's still there. It seems to get worse as it warms up. So, yeah, but it's working. So yeah, so it's something that's slowly deteriorating as it warms up. And I don't know what. Yeah. So, I'm going back downstairs now for a cup of coffee and stuff. Yeah, got it on, finally. Right, so I've got the GoTech attached. Just checking on the Amiga test kit. Now it's on its third round, so it's passed with the memory. So the memory problem's sorted, but that graphic problem is still there. Yeah. From chipset F7. I can't see anything being wrong with the CIAs, but let's check the timings on them. Yeah, need a bit fine. Or the video 6. Video 6. RGB F1. Yeah, so it's all down there. If you can see, you can't see it. You see the little glitchy lines? It gets worse as it warms up. Now it's either Agnes or Denise. I think I'm going to go for Denise, and I haven't got a spare one. Yeah. I don't think that makes much difference. Yeah. And we fixed the memory. It's coming on. No problem. Like graphic glitches there, so it reads from the memory, goes through Denise, and then Denise sends it out as a signal. So because we've replaced all the memory and running the Amiga test kit, they said there's no problem with the memory anymore. It might have something to do with Denise. Well, I'm thinking more Denise than Agnes. Well, I'm hoping more Denise than Agnes, because I just went on eBay just a minute ago to see how much Agnes's are. Cheapest one I could find, 60 quid. Well, 65 quid. Best offer. Yeah, see, look, it's got worse. Dang it. Like I said, I didn't promise you I'd get it working. So it's working. Yeah. So what I did with the memory was piggyback. The old piggyback trick. Just stick another good working memory on top of the other memory. So have it switched off first before you do it. Make sure all the legs are lined up. Then switch it on. The fault's still there. Take it off. Put it on the next one. Work your way across all 8. Yeah, 8. I have to check them. It's just getting worse and worse. So, I wish I had another Denise. I'm pretty sure, and I haven't. No. Yeah. So there's only 2 where it could be Denise or Agnes. But I know I was swaying towards Denise before. I'm swaying towards Agnes now. And you'll see why, right? Can you see on the screen it's starting to build up? Right, so if you look where it says the, you see it, well, you can see it down here. See it all going on? It'll get worse and worse as the computer warms up. As the Amiga warms up. Well, it is a computer, but yeah. Right, so while that's going on, so you can still see what's going on there. Press there. That's it. I'm just going to spray it. Let's move around. Just spraying Agnes. Watch the screen. It's gone. It'll come back again in a minute. Compressed air, cold air. So what it's doing, Agnes, when it's warming up, it's going glitchy. So spray with compressed air, cools it down, stops going glitchy. Then, as it warms up again, it comes back like it's starting to do now. You can see it's starting to come back again. Don't ask me how I found that out. Process of elimination. I kind of well, that's got his all buggered, isn't it? I've never seen that before. So when I was building it, I was putting Agnes in, and I said to Agnes, I wasn't sure it was a 500 plus or not because there's no writing on it, because it's a bit iffy. Yeah. It is a bit iffy. I think it's one of those knockoff ones. As you can see, now it's starting again, it's coming back again. Yeah. Yeah, so I've ordered another Agnes, a genuine Agnes. Yeah, as you can see. Now, Amiga test kit, I ran the memory, there was no problem with the memory. Now I've got rid of those other two. Checked everything else on there, everything's fine according to that. And the Digi-ROM, everything's fine. Just Agnes doing that. Should we fix it? There you go. Good as new. This idea didn't really work. I mean, it's still glitchy. A little. But it is slowly glitching. Anyway, the idea. I gave it a cooling fan. Yeah. It works on PCs when you get problems with this glitchiness. It's because the CPU is heating up. Either the CPU on the motherboard or in the graphics card, the GPU. It's not getting as glitchy as quick, but it's still going glitchy. Yeah. You'd probably get one round of cannon fodder and then you're done for. That'd have been really cool, that, having a cooling fan on it. Bun the bun. So if anybody out there wants an Agnes, I got one going dirt cheap, 40 quid. You just got to keep it cool. Very cool. In fact, just don't turn it on. See, it's slowed down now. It's hanging there. Now I could spray it with the air and get it pitch perfect again, and then leave that on there, but it will slowly deteriorate. Not as quick without it, but yeah. I'll tell you what, it's cooled me down now because it's hitting the board and blowing towards me. So we're ending the video here. It's the next day, and I'm not happy about that at all. Something not right, but just blowing on it won't cure that. I mean, it is overheating, but it shouldn't affect it that much because it's not really that hot. So I've got my laptop out. You can't see, I know. I've got Amiga PCB Explorer up on the screen. Right, so this is PCB Explorer. This is a 500 Rev A. This is a Rev B board, but never mind. Pretty much identical. Now on here, where these resistors are here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them here, just above Agnes. This is Agnes down here. I hope it's shown on this camera. But this middle resistor here, this is 1.5, this is 1.5, that's 1.5, that's 1.5. This one is like 0.200. And it shouldn't be. It should be 1.5. So if you watch the meter over here, no, it's not even 200, it's 0.14 now. Yeah. It should read what these read. 1.4. Well, 1.5 almost, 1.5. 1.6, a little higher than normal. 1.5. It should all read the same. But this one, yeah. Now I've checked all the other connections. Where it goes, this comes from here. If you look on PCB, so there's the resistor we've just been checking. Runs off, comes through under a wire, runs under the board, comes up just under a wire under this resistor, and goes over to pins 1 and 2 of the U33, which is a 74F256 chip. Now, it should give voltage of 1.5. The other end here, this comes off here and goes down to Agnes on pin 20, I think it is. But then it also runs under a wire here, comes across here, comes out underneath Gary, and here it's E106. And so you got R11. I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if it's showing. Yeah, so it's R11 here, which is a resistor. Then it should be capacitor, 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 resistor, resistor. Now on the BOM, bill of materials. Right, so E106 should be capacitor. On the BOM, bill of materials. E106, where is it? Where is it? E106 is here. E106. And it's asking for a 68 ohms resistor. Yeah, a quarter watt resistor. So that's what I put in there, a quarter watt resistor. But the problem with resistor is, if you come from here down to this one, now I've fished through this board now. I've been fishing through it, but this is the only thing I can find. Go to this resistor here. If I highlight the other end of the resistor, that's ground. See all the yellows? That's all ground. What a resistor does is it passes through. It's just a piece of wire that resists the current slightly. So, in other words, it's going to short to ground. That there should be a capacitor. So I'm going to change that out now and see if my theory is correct. And hopefully you should get all the same voltage, because it should be 1.5 volts. If it's shorted to ground, it's not going to record 1.5 volts. It's going to record, well, on that case, it recorded what, 0.2, what, 0.15, not even that. And it shouldn't be that. I tested it on this board. Yeah, once I found that fault, I tested it on this board, and that's the same on there. They're all 1.5s, all those resistors above Agnes. This one isn't. So I'm going to change that out for a capacitor, and then we'll have a look and see what it's doing. Hopefully I've fixed it. Right. I've changed that out. So we've took, that's a, oh, you can't see it there. That's a 68 ohm resistor. So I took that out off the main board, well, off the new donor board, what's just come through. Why does that keep going? It's that bloody door. So on the board here where it says E106, I took that capacitor off, cleaned it, because obviously the green all over the bloody place. Cleaned it, put that in its place. So let's where's me meter? Where's me? Got it. So we'll test that now. So we'll start from the first resistor, which is 1.5. Can you see that? Maybe that way. I think you can see it now. So we've got 1.5, well 1.4ish. 1.5, 1.5, 1.6, 1.6. Right. Now we'll put it on continuity, go to ground, nothing. Oh yeah. Pins 2 and 3 on the multiplex, which is the 74F256 258. It's a multiplex. So it takes 4-bit in and then puts it out as 4-bit channel line. 4 line. God, I can't remember the bloody things. Right, so pin 2 now. Yeah. So pin 1 before was 1.1. 0.2. Pin 3 was also 0.2 because they're both linked together, both lines. So let's power this on. Oh, it was on. Oh yeah, because I was just testing it, wasn't I? Oh yeah, because I've only had, that's alright. Move you. Now we just got white. Actually, I'll put in the GoTech in. I tell you what we will put on. Something I haven't put on for a while. This should show because this has got fonts on it as well. Yeah, what's the volume like? I'll turn the volume down a bit though. So just doing everything it's always done. I can't see anything at the minute. I'll bring it in closer. No, see, look, it's fine. Nothing. And it's warm. I can feel it. It's warm. Oh yeah. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's part of it. No, ignore me. That's part of it. I thought it was glitching out. It's not. No, look, fine. I've fixed it now. I've just spent 60 quid on magnets. Hey. Yeah. So I don't get why that's asked for a resistor, because it'll just short it straight to ground. Turn this down a bit. So I don't know why they've changed on the bill of materials to put it down as a resistor, because that will just short it straight to ground. I only spotted it when I was cruising around, and I was feeling this. The way I found out what was going on, I was feeling this. I think, you can't just blow on that and that'll be it. No way. So I came back up, obviously today, just messing around by Agnes. I put my fingers on the resistors. I was pushing everything in the area, resistors, capacitors, the chips, the ICs, just checking everything. As soon as I touched those resistors above Agnes, the screen went clear. What? As soon as I lift my finger off, it went back to all glitchiness. So I've got PCB Explorer out to check it. And that's where I found a short. But I don't get why on the bill of materials they've asked for a resistor, because anybody would know it's short directly to ground. So why would you do that? You want to buy an Agnes? Yeah, brand new. Bollocks. I was hoping he was going to message me saying, "Oh mate, can't find it, I've got that in stock, you'll have your money back." But actually, because, yeah, like I've just been saying, if I decide to fix this, it's going to need an Agnes. So I've got one now. Crap. So I was going to end the video yesterday, as you know, and I thought, well, I'll come up
this morning because I'm not happy about that. It kind of bloody fixes an Amiga. I don't think so. Even I wouldn't buy that one. Yeah, so that's done. Right, so I am ending the video here. Yeah, chuff with that. So anyway, in the video, next week I'm going to start on the case doing floppy drive delete, like I said, and then start building that to the way I want it, well, to the way it's going to be. I'm still umming and ahhing about the ACIO 20 card. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, again, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.